Okay, so for the beginning of this lesson, we have to remind ourselves the key sequence, okay? The key sequence in music, that the 12 key sequence we have, okay? So let's start from key A, okay? So key A. From A, the next key is B flat, okay? From B flat, we have B. From B, we have C. From C, we have C sharp. Okay. From C sharp, we have key D. From D, we have E flat. From E flat, we have E. From E, we have F. From F, F sharp. From F sharp, we have G, key G. So from key G, we have G sharp. Now we come back to the A. Okay, so when you count, you get 12 keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And back to the key we started, that is the key A. Very good. So generally, this is the key sequence, okay? So generally, that's the key sequence. In music, the 12 key sequence, okay? Very good. Some may use flats to represent the sharps. Some may use the sharps to represent the flats, okay? Or they will use sharp throughout, and some will use flats throughout, okay? Very good. It's based on understanding, but this is the main one, okay? Very good. Generally, more times, most players, especially in Africa or in our part of the world, learn solfege, okay? The solfa notation, the solfege, okay? It's good. It helps you to sing. It helps you melodically. But for understanding, for a musical theory understanding, and to go further into the music or your bass lesson, you have to take the key signature tool into consideration. So if you don't understand, you can visit my previous lessons on the key signatures, the solfege, and the number system, okay? Very good. So we have slated this down, the musical sequence. The next one we have to know in this lesson is the major scale sequence, okay? And as you said earlier, we are reminding ourselves, as you said earlier in our previous lesson, for the sake of those who haven't visited my previous lesson, I said when you want to form the major scale, there is an easiest formula, okay, that you can use to form the major scale, that you can use so that you will be reminded. You can remember the sequence of the major scale. So the major scale formation, okay. So major scale formation, we said we have the root notes, tone, semitone, tone, semitone, okay? So the root note is being represented with R. T means tone, ST means semitone, okay? Very good. Now, there is it. The root note means, for the sake of those who don't know, the root note is the key that you are starting with, okay? The key that you have been asked to find the major scale from, okay? Very good. So for instance, we might say maybe find the major scale of C, okay? Or in this lesson, let's say, okay, D or F. Let's use C. So C. So it means we start with C. So major scale. So we can write it in this way: C major C major scale. Okay, so the major, I've shortened it. Okay, so it's C major scale. Because it's key C that you say you have to form the major scale, you start with C. So C. So from C, we say the formula is tone. Okay, so from C, a tone means you are moving one step ahead. You leave one tone in between and you move one step ahead. Okay, so from C, when you're standing on the root note of C, the tone is D. You leave one fret or you leave one key and you move to the next key. That's the tone. That makes a tone, moving a tone step. Okay, very good. So it is D. So from D, another tone is what? So from the formula, I say tone, tone. Okay, another tone is E. Very good. So from E, we said, so root note, tone, tone. The next one is semitone. Okay, so semitone. So the semitone from E, your semitone means the key right next to it. Move one step right next to it is the semitone. Move a semitone ahead. So from E, our semitone is F. Okay, very good. Now, from F, so we said we should move a tone. So from F, our tone is G. Okay, and from G, you say we should move another tone. Another tone is A. Come back to A. Okay, from A, you say we should move another tone. Is B. And the next one is semitone. The last one is semitone. So from B, the semitone is C. So we've come back to the C. So we've gotten this major scale. So usually these scales are made of 8 notes. Okay, where you start from the key that you start from, you end on the same key and you get the octave. That's called the octave. Okay, the octave. Okay, so we've gotten so lower C, high C. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to C. You've gotten our octave. Okay, so we've reminded ourselves. Okay, so you have to get your major scale in mind. Okay, how to form the major scale. Very good. You all know how to play the major scale in different finger position. Okay, so the most common one is the second finger position. That's okay, very good. That's in key C. I'm playing it in key C. That's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, so C, B, A, D, F, E, D, C. Backward. Okay, this is what everybody knows. Okay, very good. Most people know this. So you have to know the major scale, how to play the major scale. Okay, in any finger position that you know. That do, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, very good. And the next one is you have to know the minor scale. So the next scale you have to know in this lesson is the minor scale. Okay, and the formation of minor scale. Minor scale. So the minor scale formation, how you form minor scale, there is a formula like the major scale, and the formula is root note, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. So you have root note, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. That is so root note, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. Okay, okay. So this is simple. Okay, this is a formula for finding minor scale of every key. Okay, the minor scale of every key. So for instance, let's choose C minor. Okay, you say you have to find a C minor scale. Okay, so this is how we write the short form of minor, MIN. So minor scale, So you say root note, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. Now you know the tone and semitone. So the root note from our sequence, our C, so our root note is what? C. So from C, a tone is what? D. Okay, so from D, our semitone is what? E flat. Semitone is a note right to it. Now, from our semitone, we have to move a tone. Okay, so tone, E flat. When you are standing at E flat, our tone is, you move a tone. If you ask to move a tone, is what? F. Key F is a tone of E flat. A tone from E flat. Very good. Standing from me. And another tone. Another tone is F. Another tone is what? G. Very good. Now, from G, you move a semitone. So G, the semitone is what? G sharp. Very good. And from G sharp, our tone, the next one is tone. So tone, G sharp, our tone is what? B flat. See? Now B flat, another tone is what? And you come back to what? C. Okay, so you've gotten 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 notes, okay? Making the minor scale. So the minor scale, this is how you formulate the formula. So if you forget anything else about the formula, so root notes, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. And the best thing about bass guitar is the formula is the same for all keys, okay? And the shape is the same, okay? Okay, very good. So this is the minor scale. So in this lesson, you have to know how to play the major scale in different positions, and the minor scale too in different positions, okay? How to play the minor scale and the major scale. You have to understand how it is formed, not how it is played, okay? You have to know and know the theory behind, okay? Very well. Minor scale, this is how you play the minor scale. Now, look at the pattern very well. I've taught you how to come by, how the minor scale came by, okay? How to form the minor scale. But when it comes to the bass, the pattern for the minor scale cuts across all keys, okay? It's the same, because bass guitar is a symmetrical instrument. The patterns are the same, okay? But the understanding or the keys changes, okay? Very good. But the patterns. So when it comes to the minor scale, it says C minor. C minor scale, it goes like. Okay, that C, D, E flat, F, G, G sharp, B flat, C back to C. So C, B flat, G sharp, D, F, E flat, D, and back to C. Okay. So the pattern. Let me use the finger positions, okay, to see, so that you observe it very carefully. So the finger position. This is my first 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let me name it and number it. Okay, so it's 1 per the finger position. 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3. Okay, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1 backward. Okay, so 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3. This is the basic one. Okay, okay, very good. For the minor scale, I told you how to form it. Now you know how to form the minor scale. So this is the pattern that you have to use. So you have to put these things in your mind: the major scale and the minor scale. Very good. So relative key, they have the same, how do you call it? The same signatures, meaning the accidentals in them are the same. Okay, very good. Now I want you to understand this. So let me explain it further. So the real lesson is the relative keys. Okay, relative keys. keys. How to easily identify relative keys, okay, to boost your play, okay, to boost your play. If you understand this, you are 100% cool, like you understand the fretboard better, okay. Nobody teaches you this. Now let's go. For instance, what I mean by relative keys. For instance, let's take C major, okay. So when I teach you, after that, I'll teach you how to find the relative key of every key. So maybe say C major. What is the relative key of C major? It's A minor, okay. I'll teach you how to find it on the bass guitar, okay. Very good. Now, this is how you find it. Now, let me show you what you mean by relative key. For instance, we have, it says C major, okay. C major, okay. Now, I've taught you how to find the minor scale and the major scale. It will be useful in this lesson, okay. The minor scale and major scale. Know how to play it on the bass guitar. So here is how to find the meaning of relative keys. Now, for instance, let's say C major. C major. So C major, the relative key of C major is A minor, okay. And I said, because the reason why they are the same is that they have the same time signature, okay. The accidentals in them are the same, okay. Very good. Now let's do this. This is what I mean. If let's try the C major. Abi, you know the C major already. You've done the C major scale. So the C major scale. So C major scale. Okay. We have what? We have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and back to C, okay? Okay. Now, this lesson, if you have to put your solfa notation aside for a bit and use the key signature to understand, okay? Most players, especially most of my students, they are really into the solfa notation, which makes them very slow in learning it, okay? They don't open themselves to the key signatures, okay? Very good. So you have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C, back to C. So this is the major scale, okay? So if you say do, re, mi, fa, so if you use solfa notation here, so you see is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, for C major scale, okay? Very good. Now, I said earlier that C major scale is the same. The relative key for C major is A minor, meaning A minor is the same as, in terms of key signature, okay? The notes in them are similar, okay? But the difference, I'll teach you the difference. The difference is when it comes to the solfa notation, melodically wise, okay? Solfa notation. One maybe C will be my do, but it will be key C will be my do for C major scale, but it will be different, okay, solfa in A minor, but they contain the same notes, okay, the same note, but that's why the position of the notes are different. But when you are able to navigate and see this relationship of keys, okay, on the fretboard, it open your eyes and open your scope of play on the fretboard, okay? Very good. I didn't know this, but when I realized this, it helps my play very well. Now, let's go to this A minor scale. Let's see whether it's the same. It contains the same, so A minor scale. So A minor scale. So A minor scale, I say minor, the formula for finding minor is root note, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. Okay, so A minor scale. So in reference to the key sequence, okay, up there. So A minor. So you have A. So our tone is what? Our tone is B. B. So our semitone is C. Okay. So our another tone is D. Another tone is E. and the semitone is F, tone G, okay, and back to A, another tone. Okay, you see, so here is the minor scale. Okay, minor scale for A minor scale. This is the sequence. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and back to A. You see, it is the same. The same in terms of it doesn't have any flats and sharp. You see, C major scale is a natural major scale. It doesn't have, it's a natural scale because it doesn't have any accidental, either flat or sharp. The same thing applies to A minor scale. When you use the formula, you find an A minor scale, you realize that it too have the same minor scale. Okay, you have A, you have B, you have C, D, E, F, G, A. Okay, A is here, B is here, is the same. But the difference is when it comes to solfa notation, here major scale of, let's represent it with solfa notation. Major scale of C, okay, major scale of C, the solfa notation, C is a do, D, re, mi, E, fa, F, so G, la, A, T, B, and back to do. Okay, now, but when it comes to A minor scale, okay, we have A is our do, B is our re, C is our mi, D is our fa, okay, E is our so, F is our la, G is our T, and back to do. Okay, you see, so the similarity of the scales, or the relationship between the scales or the keys, that's the C major and A minor, is the fact that they have the same time signature. When it comes to, when they say time signature, it means they have maybe the number of accidentals near pair. Here in C major and A minor, they don't have accidentals. Okay, you see, that's the relationship between them, and that relationship is very important. Okay, it is very important because if you know that this key and this key are related somehow, you wouldn't play wrong notes. Okay, that's why you can play all over the bass guitar. You know that A, you know the scale, minor scale of A. You know that if you are playing C major, a song is in C major. So when it comes to how do you create bass line creation and songwriting, these relative keys are very, very important. And if you're a bass player, if you know this, your bass play will change. Okay, how you see the fretboard will change. Okay, now I'll show you. Now, before I show you on the bass guitar, let's go to another example. If you don't understand, now F, let's say F major. Okay, F major, key F major. Okay, F major and D minor. So I said F major, the relative minor. So this is how we say it. The relative minor for F major is D minor, and the relative major for D minor is F major. The same thing applies to the relative minor of C major is A minor, and a relative major of A minor is C major. Okay, that's how you say it. Okay, very well. Now, this is what I mean. Now, it's important for you to know, because as a bass player, if you know this, it's a plus for you. So, F major, when you use the key sequence and the formula for finding the F major, so F major scale. So F major scale. For F major scale, the sequence, okay, the scale, this is the notes in F major scale. We have F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and back to F. So it has one accidental, okay? So when you are learning staff, okay, staff musical, you learn that it has only one. It's time signature, only one flat, okay? The B flat. The B is a B flat. That B flat makes it F major scale, okay? Now, when you ask to find the relative minor, okay, so each major scale has its relative minor, and each major key or major key or scale, major key has its relative minor, and each minor key has its relative major. So the relative major, say D minor. Let's prove it. Now D minor scale. These are the keys in D minor. Okay. Now you have to know these key scales of head. Okay, how to form it. You can reference it to, but the shapes are the same. Okay, on the bass guitar. So you have D. Okay, so root note, tone is E, tone, semitone, F, tone, G, another tone, A, semitone, B flat. So B flat, okay. You go to tone. The tone is what? C, another tone, and back to D. You see? So you've gotten the minor scale, okay. Now you see that it has B flat and B flat. The accidentals in it are similar. The same B flat here. F major scale has B flat, and this one to have B flat, okay. The keys are the same. D, you have D, E, F, G. So D, E, F, G, A. But the difference is the note F here. F is our do in F major. Our do in terms of solfege is F, but in D minor our do is D. Okay, our re in F major is G, but our re in D minor is what? It's E. Have you understood? So that is the difference. Okay, and so on and so forth. Okay, so these are simple. Okay, now how to figure out the minor scale and major scale on the bass guitar. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay, it's simple. So this is how you do it. So if you understand this properly, you're ready to go. I want to open your eyes to these things. Nobody will teach you this. Okay, you have to find how to identify the relative minor and the relative major of each key. Very good. Now, the first one is how to find the relative minor of a major key. Relative minor of a major key. Now, when you are in a relative major key, if you are in a major key and you are asked to find the relative minor of that key, okay, the key that has a relationship, okay, they have the same time signature, okay. Now, this is how you find it. You move down a minor third to find a relative minor. You move down a minor third, okay, from the major keys tonic, okay. For instance, this is how what I mean. Now, when you are in maybe key, okay, key C, so C major, key C major, okay, and you are asked to find the relative minor of key C major. Okay, this is how you do it. I say you move down, backwards. Okay, you go backward. You move down in a minor third. You move down minor third. That means you are moving backward to the third note. Backward, oh, not forward. To the third note. Oh, okay. Up in the so the major scale in mind. So it means C major. Yes, it is. In mind, okay, do re, that's C, D, E, F, do re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, so this in mind, this is the C major. So C major scale. or C major. Now, what you do is you move. I say to find the relative minor of that major key, you move backward, minor third. You count 3 notes backward or down. We say down. Okay, very good. So you move to the minor third. Okay, of that note downward. So the minor third is going back. So do, ti, la. That's the first. Okay, the 7th and the 6th. Okay, so you are going back. So do, ti, la. So it will be on the A key, A. So it means A minor. This one is A minor is a relative. It's a relative minor for C major. I hope you understand. I want to communicate very well. So I'm just simply how to identify it faster on the keyboard, on the bass guitar. Okay, we move backward. Okay, do, ti, la. So la. So this is my relative minor for C major with the bar. Very good. So this is simple. Now let me give you another example of finding the major, the minor from a major. Now let's go to F. Yes, my F. Okay. So we want to find so he said it's a F major key. To find the relative minor of the F major, you go back at the same time. You count 3 notes backward. Okay, so F, E. So this is what your minor. So F, E, D. So D minor. So D minor. It means D minor key. D minor is the relative minor for F major, key F major. You see, so this is how you find the relative minor from any major key. Okay, you understand it, you know how to identify them. It opens your eyes to the bass fretboard. Okay, you know that you have a C here, so the relative minor is A minor. Okay, so when you stretch, this one will be your. So when you come here, it means the la, your la for each major key is your minor, relative minor. Simple. Those of you who are used to the solfa notation, the la, that is the 6th note of each major key is your relative minor. Okay, so it starts from here. So when you see this as a la, it means it's A minor do first note. Okay, so you know that you can stretch here to get. Okay, I hope you understand. And it's a 3rd note for the A minor. Okay, very good. Now let's go to how to find the relative major from any minor key. Okay, the relative major from any minor key. Okay, so let's take, for instance, we said A minor. Okay, so the A minor. Now let's say A minor, for instance. We said key C major. The relative major of A minor is C. How did you get a C? Now this is how it goes. Now I taught you how to play the minor scale. Okay, so the minor scale in mind. When you hear A minor, it means the scale you're talking about a minor scale here. So A minor scale goes like that's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and back to A. Okay, so this is A minor scale. Okay, very good. So to find the major, relative major from the A minor scale, you move this one, you move 3 steps, like 3 notes. Okay, you move to the minor third of that A minor. Okay, 3 notes ahead. This one not backward but upward. Okay, not downwards but upward. Now it means do, so it means your do is here, you see. So it means your C, I hope you understand. You are putting the minor scale in mind to find the third note from the minor, the third note of that minor key. Okay, or minor scale will give you a relative measure of that minor key. I hope you understand. It's simple as that. So what I say, it's very, very simple as that. So it means that's why you get C as a relative measure for A minor key. I hope you understand. Very good. The same thing applies to, you say F and you say D. D minor is the relative minor for F major key. Now, how did you get it? Now, D, for instance, this is D, or this is D. So D, I say you move to find a major, relative major key of a minor, from a minor key, you know. Okay, you move 3 notes forward. Okay, 3 notes forward, meaning the minor third. You move to the minor third of that note. That will give you that the relative measure. So D, because D minor scale is D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C, D. Okay, and backward. So it means the third note is a F. Okay, so F. That's why F major is the relative measure for D minor. I hope you understand. So the major and the minor, you have to know that to find summary, to find the relative measure from a minor key. Okay, to find the relative measure, or let me start with the minor. The minor, to find the relative minor, okay, key of a major key, you have to move downward. Okay, minor third downward. Okay, from putting the major scale in mind. You know? It means you say major, so so always is the La. Okay, always is the La. Okay, always is the La. Okay, but when it comes to always is the La or moving upward, okay, very good, you move like this. But when it comes to finding the relative measure from a minor, okay, from a minor, for instance, let's say A, you move upward, forward. Okay, you move 3 notes forward, or move to the upward. Okay, the minor third upward. So putting the minor scale in mind. So you have to know this case. You have to know the major scale and the minor scale. That's why I've taught you how to play the major scale and how to play the minor scale. And this one, even is easy. Finding it is very easy. Okay, I don't want to use patterns to memorize the fretboard, but understand what you play. So simply that's it. Now what I'm going to show you a typical example and the mistakes that bass players do, especially beginners, when you start to learn. They most of the times mess the key of songs. Okay, so I'll use the reference, a song that I played in the previous lesson, that Amen by Banfa, okay, to illustrate this relative and how do you call it, the relative keys to you, and so that you understand.